Welcome to Imran's podcast. I hope you're doing great today. This is your host, Suman Silwal. Today, I just want to talk about races. This question comes very often. Before I go and talk about today's podcast, just want to mention that visit Emirates.com to get 15% discount on Seven Bridges Marathon. It's mid-October. Do visit Emirates.com. Join us at Seven Bridges. So let's talk about this question. A lot of time people ask me, hey, as many marathons you have done, which I have done 153 marathons and ultra marathons, which one do you like the most? What is your favorite? That question always comes. So I thought I'd bring that to you as well. So let's just get in the topic. What marathon do I like the most? I always say Boston is the Boston. It's hard to get in. It's very difficult for me to get back on the Boston, but I'm working on to qualify. I said, anytime I qualify for Boston, I will show up. Boston provides really great atmosphere. It's been going for a very long time, and they do a great job. Definitely, the city comes out. That's for Boston. I really enjoyed running the Boston. So Boston it has its own category. The most beautiful marathon that I have ever run so far, and we're talking about road marathon. I don't do ultra beyond. I haven't done ultra beyond Alabama or the close to state line. But marathon, I have gone around the world and run it. I don't know how that works, but I guess I don't want to run ultra beyond the state of Alabama. But anyway, the most beautiful marathon I have run is the Big Sur. It's right at the Highway 1. You got a Pacific Ocean on your left. You got a big hill. Going towards Monterey, from Big Sur to Monterey. That area, it's a beautiful area. The year I ran, it was a beautiful day, and you can hear the wave, and on your left, the wind is blowing. I was told that, if I get lucky, I can see a big whale passing by. So definitely, that's beautiful. If you have never done it, put that on your bucket list. Some of the races I have did earlier, I have not been able to go back, is the Toronto Marathon. The city doesn't come out as big as the Toronto city did not come out back then, if I remember. The finish line in certain area there were people, but mostly it's not supported by the city. Tokyo I ran very long time ago, 2011. So I would like to go back to Tokyo and experience. Back then, when I was running Tokyo, I was very new to running. 2 weeks later, or the same month, I had a Tokyo Mercedes Marathon and Tokyo Marathon, and I'm not running Mercedes because that's the only year I did not run Mercedes Marathon. Because Tokyo was in a couple of weeks, and it's so funny that these days I run races week after week. But definitely, I had a lot of fun in Tokyo. I'd like to go back and kind of experience and see how that feels, because I raced Tokyo, and I really did not get to experience because I was really concerned, and I was trying to make up some time, which is always a bad experience for me. Is I don't know how you do it. For me, is if I traveled so far, I want to enjoy, so I slow it down a lot more than most races. Mostly I pace, that. But even if I race, I will try to kind of slow it down so I can enjoy, drink they provide and eat the food and just have a great time and dance and enjoy. So that's kind of my motto these days. So that's Tokyo. Same thing for New York. I ran New York in 2009. I was very new to running, and we were talking. New York was really in probably my first 10 marathons. I don't exactly remember which marathon number it was, but it was really early. I have not gone back, but it was really that is the one race I really slowed down. As I was crossing the Brooklyn Bridge, and I realized, hey, when will I be back in New York? I better enjoy. So that's what I did. When I went to I think it's the First Avenue, and I started just enjoying, going towards the Bronx and so on. So it was fun, but it's a little fuzzy in my memory. But definitely, I go to Chicago a lot. That I've done Chicago, a lot more time. I think it's going to be 10th year coming up. I race 10 I just run Chicago. It's just like for me almost like a hometown marathon. I have friends there now. There, place to stay. I really enjoy being in Chicago. This year I will stay one extra day just to kind of go around the city. I zip in, zip out. I want to spend some time in Chicago, just a day or so, and not a lot of time, but definitely it'll be fun. So I have a love for Chicago, so that's for sure. So the Rome marathon that I ran, it's pretty good. Rome is running a Rome is going from museum to museum, running through it. It was fun. It was really fun. City doesn't come out as much as you think, but definitely, once you come closer to the finish line, there's a lot more people. But Rome there's a lot of people anyway. So Rome is that, and Berlin is pretty good. I really like Berlin. It's a city comes out there, a lot of enjoyment. But definitely, the top in my chart, one of the race, and it's hard to get in. It's always enjoyable to run pace London Marathon. City comes out for that race, a lot of spots, and then there's a couple of spots. Probably there's not many people, but definitely it's a well supported race. There are a lot of things to see and so on. So. And one of the best part for me is for London is it's all charity run. So the runners they will get in my pace group will be some charity, and usually as I pass through charity area, I will tell them, charity people, to scream for your runners, and then they will scream, and then it was just really fun. London, and really I had a joy of running. There are many races I've done, in little towns and areas and so on. It's always good. You're running 7 Brisbane Marathon that I'm partnered with them, to do many things with them. I've been doing for years. Like I said, I have 15% discounts on mruns.com. I have my 2 Boston that I ran. I qualified there. I ran 3:20. 3 times in that race. So definitely 7 Brisbane Marathon. It's always that's another like a hometown marathon. Even though I live in Birmingham, Chattanooga became my hometown. So that race is pretty cool. I haven't run the races. I haven't run the race in the last couple of years, but definitely it's fun. The course has changed just a little bit, but in the past we used to run all the 7 bridges, different bridges and so on. So it's fun. So there are some marathon like Little Rock. I run Little Rock in this. It's supported. There are people in the places, but still, it's just the experience of running. One of the best part of Little Rock is getting the biggest medal that you can get. So definitely that's the biggest medal for me. It hangs in my medal wall. So that's that. And looking back in my list of races, of course Mercedes Marathon. We no longer have Mercedes Marathon. It's a hometown marathon. You just roll from your bed and just go run the marathon. Huntsville, I really like Huntsville, the city, and the race. But these are all small marathon. So there are a lot of there's not much of support in a sense that people coming out and just watching people to run a marathon. There'll be spots. People will be out there supporting family. Maybe some people are just go out there, but definitely and there are races. Surprise me how well they're organized. Some races are well organized than the others. So definitely, you may want to check them out. Marine Corps Marathon that's one marathon I enjoyed a lot, but still, it's a little different running in Washington D.C. It's well supported by the Marines, and run by the Marines, and there's a lot of volunteers out there. As you come towards back to the Arlington area, and there are a lot of support, Around Washington D.C. there's not many people. It's too early in the morning. The tourists are not there. People are just Anyway, it's a little different for me. Marine Corps, definitely that's a good race. I would like to go. I've been trying to go a lot of races. We'll see what else will pop up as I go forward. But for now, is like I said, London probably is topping my chart to be one of my favorite. Of course, Chicago. All this big city marathon brings people out, and people been watching running marathon for a very long time, and definitely it's good to be. If you haven't had experience, if you only run a small city marathon, where you see a supporter here and support here and there. I'm not talking about in a sense like supporting from an organization like as a marathon. I'm more talking about people being out, having a barbecue, like that's what Boston does. Having a party at the on the marathon course, definitely, and tailgate party in the marathon course. So definitely there are a lot of races they do. People come out, they used to it. I know Atlanta Marathon, one of this right before the hill. There's a whole family that come out and have food. Pittsburgh Marathon, they have there are a lot of if you figure out how to do it, there are a lot of people providing beers and drinking. One of the fun marathon I had, and I used to go race the Louisiana Marathon all the time, so I never pay attention. I had been racing. This year, I paced that marathon. I slowed down a lot, and I got to enjoy the race, mimosas and beers and so have you. It was so much fun. It's just those kind of things makes some people. There are aid stations popped everywhere at the Louisiana Marathon. It was so fun. It's not like some of them are not official. They know that people are coming through. They have those. I was in a marathon course, and I'll probably have a party going for all the marathoners. But definitely, there are races you run for reasons. Some races you go to see places. Some races you go to, enjoy the crowd and visit the city. And some races you just wanna be very small and don't wanna just wanna run through it and just keep adding and helping the charity or whatever have your experience you're trying to do. Definitely, every marathon try to bring a different experience to their runners. So for me, it's just going out and being out there is always great. So definitely, I'm sure you clearly heard which marathon is favorite at this time, but I like every marathon I run. I'm proud of all my medals. They hang in my walls here in my house, at my office, queue, and So definitely, all the marathons and ultra marathons I've done, 153 of them. I like them all, but there's some favorite. So thank you. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.